has been part of the conversation, and we've always wanted to fight each other. There's been some shit talk back and forth for a couple of years, and my goal is to become world champion.
He's a guy that's coming up, trying to prove himself. He's been calling my name out for years, you know, and he's an undefeated fighter, you know. So
Jake Paul, the internet sensation making waves in boxing, is coming off a major win over Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. and now steps into the biggest moment of his career. Across from him stands Gervonta "Tank" Davis, a proven pound-for-pound star who has built his legacy by turning headlines into money and knockouts into statements that last.
Danny, you copy? How we feeling, Jake?
Ready, baby, let's go.
After months of rumors, fiery online exchanges, and both fighters taking very different paths to this point, Jake Paul and Tank Davis finally squared off, delivering a showdown every bit as wild and intense as expected.
Getting themselves involved in, and I see the sparring partners they're bringing in, and it's just no one that can match what I'm capable of in the ring, and it's going to be a very upsetting night for him.
Julio, que te va a romper tu madre, güey. Más. Better said than done. You're gonna fuck him up. I think that's the easier way to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
¿En español?
Lo que tú quieras, whatever you feel.
English, please.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
English,
Jake,
please.
for talk, you're better than me. That's for sure. And boxing, fight out Saturday.
DAZN has made it official. The fight is locked in. The tension is undeniable. And in their final face-to-face before fight night, Jake Paul and Tank Davis prove this isn't just promotion, it's personal.
And Jake Paul are gonna fight too.
Are they?
Oh yeah, Jake's gonna kill him.
What? When is this?
Probably the end of the year.
I want to go to one. We gotta go to a fight together, guys.
You gotta come to my brand race, Tennessee.
We're going to the one for...
Yep.
Let's rewind. When Jake Paul fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., it was billed as his toughest challenge yet, taking on a former world champion with experience, grit, and the legendary Mexican fighting spirit in his blood.
Versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr.
I think it's one of his toughest fights.
It's definitely his toughest fight. Jake, I feel like, has gotten stiffed a few times this year with who his opponents were gonna be. This is what I don't understand about people hating on him. He's not fighting tomato cans. Every single person that he fought had a chance to beat him, and by the way, people believed that they were probably going to beat
every time.
This guy is a real boxer, so it'll be another opportunity to show that Jake Paul is a real boxer.
Jake Paul started aggressive, landing a sharp right hand that left Chavez unsteady, and from that moment he stayed in control. Round after round, he dictated the pace, not with wild swings, but with smart movement and clean jabs, and by the final bell, there was no question who the winner was.
I'm gonna knock him out. That's what I came here to do. First round, it's gonna be early night. He's gonna get hit with the right hook right away, and I'm going home early. We don't get paid for overtime. This is gonna be a spectacular performance, and there's not a lot of pressure. I'm prepared.
Right after the fight, with the mic in his hand, Jake Paul stunned everyone by calling out Gervonta Davis directly. No hesitation, no gimmicks, just a straight-up challenge.
We called out Canelo in the ring. Gervonta Davis just posted that he would beat the brakes off of you if you guys fight.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be down. Let's run it. Like, I'll be super, super down. I don't know if
Gervonta needs Jake Paul. Let's be clear, right?
Is there a height limit?
At first, Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis might sound unreal. A YouTuber turned boxer against an undefeated multi-division world champion. On paper it looks like a mismatch, but this is 2025, and in today's boxing, nothing is off limits.
Jake Paul wanting to fight against Tank Davis, Gervonta.
Man, it's so stupid that comments, you know, like, you wanna fight Joshua, you wanna fight, Joshua, you wanna fight, Gervonta, you wanna fight, Usyk, you wanna fight, Canelo. I don't know, after 28, so maybe never fight again.
Here's the difference. Jake Paul isn't Logan. Logan stepped in with Floyd Mayweather for an exhibition that was more spectacle than fight, but Jake is built differently. This matchup is no exhibition, it's fully sanctioned, real, and dangerous. So when Jake and Tank faced off one last time before fight night, the tension wasn't just high, it was explosive. No security could hold them back. No promoters could keep it calm. Jake towered over Tank, bigger and full of confidence, but Tank didn't budge. He locked eyes with Jake, daring him to blink. Even through the cameras, it was obvious. Tank has no respect for Jake, not as a fighter, not as a person, and definitely not as someone worthy of sharing his ring.
Celebrities like Jake Paul taking up boxing, you think that grows the sport?
If he's doing it for the right reason, actually want to do it because of just like actually want to box, it's cool. But if he's doing it for like the wrong reason, just to get the hype and stuff like that, I feel as though it's trash. Sometimes people get bored at what they want, what they doing, and they want to try other stuff. Got to be mentally tough to be able to box. So that's why I don't take that away from some fighters or some people that want to jump into the sport. So just show how tough you are. That's how it should be.
For sure. That's all I got. Thank you, bro.
Sure. Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
And Jake is feeding off it all. He's a master at selling a fight, but he knows Tank is entering with his pride on the line. And that pride is exactly what Jake intends to break.
Oh, Lord. I'm sorry. I'm just in a silly, goofy mood.
And let's not forget, Floyd Mayweather is watching from the sidelines. The same Floyd who mentored Tank, built him into a star, and once called him the next big thing in boxing.
It was in a lose-lose situation now. What came out still on top?
With Floyd? What was the lose-lose situation? What you mean?
Just a little situation that he put me in to, make me lose. But he thought I was gonna lose. But
You talking about like a boxing match or?
yeah, boxing match.
Ooh, if you don't mind. If you don't want to, it's fine.
Joseph Pedraza, my first world title. I was 16-0. I was 16-0, and I was 21 at the time, and I haven't fought in like 7 or 8 months. Around that time, I wasn't making that much money. I probably was making like $10,000 a fight. So 6 months is crazy to not fight, so when they came back and it was like, all right, you gotta fight this fighter, which is Joseph Pedraza. If you don't fight him, you're not fighting. You're like sitting on the shelf. So I had to fight him. In the midst of all that happened, I got evicted. I had to sell my jewelry. And remind you, I'm letting them boxers that you talking about, I'm putting them on game. Letting them know what's going on. Like, see, this was happening. Like, you feel me? I'm letting these guys know. So when it be like people saying they want to fight me, it's
like, how could you, nigga? I was the one that was giving you game when I was going through it.
Yeah.
When I was at the lowest part of my career, I was telling y'all niggas how so you wouldn't have to get here. And now it's like betrayal almost.
Yeah.
Do you think Floyd did that intentionally?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Why? After so much time, I feel like, I guess, again, after what we think, he helped you come into the game, he gave you the spotlight. Like, why would he try to diminish your career?
It was somehow that they were saying that I was messing with his daughter off of the fact that she kept Snapchatting me.
Okay.
She kept hitting me on the Snapchat. So they sent it to Floyd, and Floyd bugged.
Now Floyd has shifted his focus to training Lamont Roach. But he's still watching Tank like a disappointed mentor, seeing his protege gamble discipline for clout. And if Tank loses to Jake Paul, Floyd will be the first to say, "I told you so."
Going to go somewhere in the pound for pound. Anui deserved to be in the pound for pound? Absolutely. Do Terrence Crawford deserve to be in the pound for pound? Absolutely. But what about Gervonta Tank Davis? I mean, he deserved to be somewhere also in the pound for pound.
Why don't they give him that credit?
Because he was affiliated with me.
Jake Paul isn't the same fighter who stepped in against Nate Robinson. He's grown in skill and mindset, trains like a pro, fights like one, takes real risks, and isn't afraid to get hit.
Did he earn y'all respect? This guy went from YouTuber, and in 5 fights, he done fought on pay-per-view. He done fought some UFC guys, ended up fighting a boxer, got his ass whipped, took the L, and went home. He even dropped Tommy Fury in the last round. You don't respect that?
He didn't need to fight Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., but he did. He didn't need to call out Tank, but he did. For Jake, this is more than money, it's legacy, a chance to silence every critic. And truthfully, this fight makes no sense for Tank's career.
This might be the worst thing that ever happened in the history of humanity. Jake Paul is set to fight Gervonta Tank Davis in November. This is ridiculous. First of all, Tank, I know you're known for not taking the hardest fights, but you at least fight actual boxers. What are you doing? Besides getting that bag. Second, Jake, why are you doing this? You're a bad person. Let's ignore the fact that I have personally watched this man rob a P.F. Chang's. Let's talk about his refusal to fight real boxers. He gets criticized for refusing to fight real boxers, so he fights Mike Tyson, a 60-year-old boxer. He gets criticized for fighting a 60-year-old boxer, so he fights a current championship boxer who is literally 100 pounds lighter than him. Tank Davis is a lightweight, 135 pounds. Jake Paul is a cruiserweight, 235 pounds. You're never beating this fraud allegation, Jake, so why are you doing this? What do you guys think of this fight? And don't tell me anything good. Say it in the comments, though.
Picture this. Tank destroys Lamont Roach in August. No doubts, no drama, just pure domination. The comeback is complete, the critics silenced, and Tank stands untouchable. So what's next? Shakur? Haney? Nope. Instead, he's chasing a huge Netflix payday against a YouTuber.
In its prime, him and Mayweather, their team just, they just danced around it. When we wanted the Devin fight for Undisputed, the belts don't matter. I could just give them to my kids because everybody's winning belts. Shakur, he's easy work, he's boring, but you don't want to unify against him. Keyshawn might have a chance. You feel me? It's just disgusting. We wanted the Bud fight too after he called him out, and we also would have took a Teofimo Lopez fight. But then his fans would say, oh, but they're too big. They're not in his weight class. What the fuck is Jake Paul? This is the bullshit I be talking about. Like, this shit does nothing for the sport of boxing, but in terms of the division of 135, it doesn't do jack shit.
Now flip it. What if Tank loses to Roach? That's 2 straight losses. Remember, Roach nearly won the first fight if that knockdown had counted. If Tank drops the rematch, the hype is gone. Who's really going to pay to watch a guy coming off a loss to Lamont Roach step into the ring with Jake Paul?
What do you think about the rumors of Tank and Jake fighting?
Man, Tank disrespectful to the sport if he choose that over fighting with me. I'm the best fighter in the sport. I've been telling him that, and he called cap on it. So if he won't call cap and say I'm not who I say I am, come prove it.
It would come off as pure desperation, a fighter down with real challenges, chasing nothing more than an easy payday.
Former athletes and celebrities like Jake Paul taking up boxing, you think that grows the sport?
If he's doing it for the right reason, actually want to do it because of just like actually want to box, it's cool. But if he's doing it for like the wrong reason, just to get the hype and stuff like that, I feel as though it's trash. Sometimes people get bored at what they want, what they doing, and they want to try other stuff. Got to be mentally tough to be able to box. So that's why I don't take that away from some fighters or some people that want to jump into the sport. So just show how tough you are. That's how it should be.
For sure. That's all I got. Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
And honestly, that's what many are already saying. The signs are clear. Tank has hinted at retirement and even admitted that boxing feels boring to him.
What changed? What made this shit trash, garbage?
If you got the opportunity to sign a prospect for GTD, who will be?
Gervonta, something should have happened during this time, because when I saw you at the Frank Martin press conference, it looked like you were like the talks about retirement was not even discussed at this moment, and now it's something you keep on repeating. Is it just because obviously what you've done through boxing since you were a kid and everything? Where's Calvin Ford? Is Calvin Ford or Leonard Edelby? Usually they're around to.
You think you might regain the love for it though? You never know. Like you say, you got.
And get this, Tank was even spotted smoking during training camp, the very camp he was supposed to be locked in for Lamont Roach. No wonder Roach nearly beat him last time. Tank treated camp like a vacation and even cut ties with Calvin Ford, the coach who's been in his corner from the beginning.
Calvin Ford and Gervonta Davis. Now, we all seen that knockdown in the 9th round, but what you probably didn't see is what happened after that in between rounds. Check this out.
You guys calm down. Listen to me. Hey, come on now.
Coach Barry Hunter trained Tank for this fight with Lamont Roach, not Calvin Ford. A lot of people were saying that this performance has something to do with that. So, is something really going on between Calvin Ford and Tank Davis? Check out what Tank had to say.
No, I wasn't really paying attention to the crowd. You know what I mean? I was more so. It's something we gotta work on in the corner, for sure.
Everything Tank's been doing lately screams, "I'm done with boxing." So why fight Jake Paul? Simple, it's about the money. Tank's not chasing titles anymore. He's chasing millions. And Jake Paul, for all his trash talk, delivers views, clicks, hype, and most importantly, massive paydays.
You made $170 million from this fight?
I made a lot of money, the most money I've made ever.
60 million households, Jake.
250 million people. Bro, that is so. It's all downhill from here.
No, for sure.
I peaked.
Jake's fight with Tyson shattered Netflix records. Now imagine Netflix signing Tank next. He could walk away with $50 million or more. That's more than he'd earn fighting Shakur and Haney combined. No belts, just big money.
And you make your money. Like Jake Paul, made $40 million off of that. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson made $20 million off of the fight. It was played in the AT&T Stadium. We don't even know how much those guys got. How much did Netflix make? You know what I'm saying? How much did everybody involved made? Since Jake Paul made $40 million, Mike made $20 million. You know what I'm saying? So yes, it was all like an exhibition type show, and it was just for, each other to get some money. Mike got his money, Jake Paul got his money, and, by unanimous decision, Jake Paul won because, of course, he was a young.
Before Gervonta Davis can even think about Jake Paul, he has to get through Lamont Roach, and that's no easy task. Their first fight was heated, especially the controversial 9th round when Roach landed a body shot that looked like a knockdown. But the referee called it a slip.
Right, but Davis took off some of the steam of the punch, but still, Roach leaned with that. He took a knee. He took a knee. What is he doing? He forgot his. It's got to be a knockdown. What in the world is happening?
He took a knee. He's got to count. This is a knee. Listen to me. I understand. If you take a knee like that, that looks like a knockdown. All right?
Fans were furious, convinced Roach was robbed. Now, with the rematch set for August, Roach returns with a chip on his shoulder and everything to prove. Tank can't afford a single mistake. One slip and the mega fight with Jake Paul could vanish. Fans may be buzzing about Tank versus Jake, but here's the twist. Jake Paul just announced he's fighting at 195 pounds, stepping into heavyweight territory.
You do fight, what weight would it be at?
195. It would be an exhibition.
Okay, so it was going to be an exhibition, not sanctioned, but no restrictions. You can knock each other out and shit like that. It was going to be at a catch weight of 195 pounds, 10 rounds, 3 minutes. I've been trying to figure this out. Why was I a Tank hater for wanting to see Tank go up 5 pounds to get some smoke with like Teofimo Lopez or something? I just wanted to see him go up 5 pounds and fight Teofimo Lopez. And all of you were saying, you want Tank hurt, Showbiz. You a hater. You want him hurt. Then I'm convinced, okay, he's too small, but he can fight Jake at 190.
Meanwhile, Gervonta Davis normally fights at 135 and has never seemed comfortable even at 140. That's 6 weight classes below Jake. It's like asking a pit bull to take on a bear.
Was looking past Roach, and he wanted that Jake Paul fight, which I think Jake Paul would have beaten. Jake is way too big. Tank is 5'5", 135, soaking wet. Y'all think Tank is too small for 140. He ain't beating no heavyweight. I'm not joking. I don't think he would have hurt Jake. He would have to jump up to reach. I don't think he would have hurt him. I tell you this, it would have gone the distance, and people would have been laughing their asses off, and it wouldn't have been good for Tank's brand. I tell you that. That fight would have went the distance. Soon as 5'5" Tank is looking at a 6'2", 6'3" Jake Paul, y'all would be like, hold, wait a second. And Jake Paul be on spread out pause with that arm out and stepping back. And bro, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. But that's a cap. Fine. We'll never get to fight anyway. So.
And it gets even harder. This isn't an exhibition. No headgear, no judges, no scoring, just full power knockouts. Tank isn't entering a sparring session. He's stepping into a straight-up street fight against a guy built like an NFL linebacker.
We're working on it behind the scenes to make that happen, and obviously that's a fight where the fans are going to win, and it's going to be the biggest event of the year.
What weight would you fight him at?
We're working on it, but it'd be an exhibition most likely.
That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, hit like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you don't miss our next uploads. Share your thoughts in the comments, and stay tuned for the next video.